If you're like me and you're on a budget but you're eager to learn more about art, then hang tight because I have 10 awesome websites for you to check out. These websites are great for beginner artists, for self-taught artists, or even experienced artists who are just looking to learn more, so stay tuned. Hi, Shanna Rowe Jackson here from Caution Artists at Play, and here are 10 free websites that I think are great for artists. So let's dive in. Obviously, I'm going to go with YouTube as the number one. It is such a great platform to learn. You can follow all your favorite artists, like here is Lacree Fine Art. This is one of my favorite artists to follow. And you can pretty much find anything you need. And this goes as, I don't know, like I just love YouTube as far as like everyday life too, because you can find like if you need to fix something in your house or whatever, you can just search something. So there are a ton of free tutorials on this website. And I have to apologize if my scrolling and stuff doesn't seem to line up with my voiceover. At some points, my original voiceover did not work well, so I'm having to re-record my voiceover. So here you'll see I'm just searching Prismacolor versus Polychromos, and look at all the different videos that pop up. So if you're trying to decide between these two colored pencils, there are a ton of artists who have already done reviews on them for you, and it just helps you out an awful lot. And you can search pretty much anything you want. Acrylic demo or acrylic painting for beginners. So if you're a beginner, there are tutorials that are geared towards beginners, and it's just a huge like array of things, which I'm sure you know already because you are watching this video on YouTube. So clearly you have an idea that if you want to learn something, you can go here. The next website is thoughtco.com, and I think this used to be about.com. I love this site. Back when I first really started using the internet for art, this is the first site that I came to. It has so many different articles on here. Pretty much anything that you want to learn about painting, all kinds of different mediums, how to compose. As you can see, this is an article on 8 elements on how to compose. How fast does acrylic paint dry? Ways to generate painting ideas, so you can come here to find inspiration. There's just a ton of articles, like pretty much anything you want to find. How to write an artist statement, so it helps you with your professional life too. This one, you can, if you're a beginner, I just love this site, and it's completely free. So you could be a beginner, or you could want to learn something new about the business side, or, you know, how to hang a painting with a wire and D-rings. Like pretty much anything you want, even crafty things like, you know, face painting and things like that. How to mix skin tones. Like, I just love this website so much. And I will link all these websites below in the description, so that way there, if you want to go to them yourself, you can. So it's just giving you ideas on limited color palettes and things like that. I think this is just, I could spend hours exploring this site, and I think that this is like, next to YouTube, this is my favorite site. It's not videos, I mean, it's a lot of reading, but it's such valuable information. And it, you know, gives you tips on like, you know, what things you want to, like what different mediums you want to try, and watercolor techniques, and like, as you can see, it's definitely a great site to explore. And you can find history, like historical things like famous painters, and so you can get a little bit on art history as well on this site. It gives you like articles on different famous artists, and you get to view their work. And if you're somebody who has, this is another site that's versatile. If you are somebody who has more than one hobby, say playing guitar, I mean, look, the guitar page is set up very similar. It has all these different options of getting started, lessons, and, you know, things like that. So this is just a really versatile site. You can see down the side, hiking, paddling, fishing, sailing, and boating. Like, there's just all kinds of things that you can learn about on this site. So number 3, colormatters.com. This is also an invaluable site. If you're somebody who's just diving into color and you want to learn more about color theory, this is where I recommend you go. I love this website because I really love color theory. It gives you all the definitions of primary colors, secondary colors, color harmony, and talks about different color schemes. So it's very valuable information when you're really trying to learn color, or even if you're just trying to learn more about color and you're trying to come up with some fun, colorful ideas for paintings. Color context, as you can see, it shows you how, the colors around something can affect the way the color looks. So it's just awesome. But it also has color symbolism. You can go and look up the meanings of colors. So if you want to do something that's symbolic and you want to use colors to create a mood, this will tell you the different, what these different colors mean, even globally. It'll tell you different areas of the world, what they think of these colors. And a little bit of a history of the color, too. I found this part to be, truly, truly interesting because I am in love with color. So learning about all these different things, when I first discovered this website, I actually took notes in one of my sketchbooks because I found it so interesting. It talks about color and science, the color systems, and there's just so much to learn here. And I think that anytime you're struggling with color, this would be a great place to try and figure out what you need to do for your painting to make it better. If you're struggling with a specific color scheme, or even it talks about color and marketing. So if you're trying to design your logo and you're trying to create a mood with your logo, it has some advice on that too. The next one is MoMA.org, which is the Museum of Modern Art's website. And this is just so exciting because obviously if you're not able to go to the Museum of Modern Art, this is just a great place to go to kind of see what they have going on. And they have so much information about different styles of art, different movements of art, different artists, and it's free to look at. So it's really exciting if you're somebody who doesn't have the money to go out to museums and things like that. I mean, obviously nothing really compares to seeing artwork in person. I definitely recommend going to museums, but this is a great way this is a great place where you can come and just learn and look at things and learn about different movements of art and the history of art. And it also talks about some contemporary artists. So I really love this website for that. And you can, if you have a favorite artist, you can browse by artist, and you can search, it gives you this whole list of people, and I just love it. And I love the glossary of art terms. It gives you, if you're struggling with a definition or something, it gives you pretty much, I can't believe the amount of different terms are in this. It's really, really exciting. So, or you can just come here just to learn different words. If you're writing an artist statement and you're trying to describe something a certain way, this is a great place to find different terms. Some of them are historical, but some of them are just related to aesthetics in general. So, and it also gives you articles that are related to those words so that you can see a reference of, you can see collages and stuff that they have on their database. So it's just a really great place to explore. Again, most of these websites that I'm giving you are places that you really should just go on and poke around because you never know what you're going to find. You just never know what you'll learn. Another one is khanacademy.org, and this is a great learning place. I come here a lot for history related things. Art history related things. So it gives you all these different time periods, and it will go way back even to as you can see, cave paintings and things like that. It brings you right back to the deepest history of art, and it's really exciting. It's a great platform, and you can quiz yourself, as you'll see in a little bit. It gives you exercises so you can kind of test yourself on what you've learned. But it gives you so many different movements and different time periods. And here you can see that there's, you can explore. And this, like I said, this is another site that it'd be good to poke around on. And it's also a great site for other academic related things too. So this is a great site if you're self-taught and you can't afford to go to school, but you want to learn more about art history, because this is really, really academic based. My art history teacher is the one that recommended this site to me. So it's very academic based without having to pay a huge amount of money to get an education. But as you can see here, you can kind of quiz yourself. And yay, I got it right. And then you can like go back to, the lesson page, and it'll kind of, quiz you a little bit more. And like I said, like there's nothing, it's not like somebody's going to grade you. So if you get it wrong, you can just go back and learn more and try it again. Like it's very low pressure because nobody's grading you. There's nothing at stake by doing these quizzes. All you're doing is learning. And as you can see, this site has so many other different things that you can study, and it goes by grade and everything else. And you can donate money, but again, like I said, it's free to use. So if you want to donate to help them out, that would be great, but there's no pressure. Okay, Google's Art and Culture. Now this is a great app that you can put on your phone as well, but you can access it from your PC. I love this site. And again, this is another one that you can find a lot on the history of art, but there's a lot on the contemporary like art movements that are going on around the world today. And there's a lot of like virtual explorer, like 360 views of things. So there's like been a few museums that I've kind of poked around in by using their 3D explorers. As you can see, like it shows you things from all over the world, which is really exciting if you're somebody who doesn't get out much. And a lot of artists, there's a lot of artists that travel, but a lot of us can't afford to travel. And a lot of us don't get out much anyways because we are inside painting most of the time. So I think this is a great way to learn about the art that is going on in the world and that has gone on around the world. In it, they have great articles on different styles of artwork. As you can see, I'm scrolling through and it has like different artists related to the themes. There's just different ways to explore it, and you can, as you can see, it talks about fashion and stuff too, which is pretty cool. Like it's pretty broad. It's more broad than just, paintings and drawings and whatever. Like it talks about all kinds of different arts. So, and this is, one of the 360 views that you can do. So just to kind of give you an idea of the fun things you can explore. And this site is also the one that is really fun. You can take the selfie and it'll compare you to a master work of art. Like it'll see like if you look like a character. And that's kind of fun too. It's just a great way to like stay involved and like, be up on what's going on and all the different kinds of styles going on in the world and the different architecture. And it's just really exciting. So this one is called artifactory.com. And this one is great because it's got a bunch of free art lessons. So if you, like I said, if you don't have a lot of money, this is a great place to come to just try different lessons. And it tells you right there that, it's free for all and it's good for self-taught artists. And I'm just going to scroll through and kind of show you some of the different lessons that they offer. I like this one because it shows you the proportions of the head and it, really helps you figure out where to line up the eyes. I think this is really great for beginner artists who want to do portraiture because it kind of gives you the basic layout of what a standard head would be, like where to place the eyes, where to place the mouth in relation to the eyes and things like that. So this is definitely great knowledge to have. Because I know that's something a lot of people struggle with. I struggled with it. I still do struggle with it sometimes, getting everything aligned correctly, especially since I have astigmatism. In this one, it tells you how to draw an eye step by step. First, it kind of lays out the steps for you, and then it goes through them more detailed. So I think this is just a great place for artists to come and practice. If you're self-taught or you are, you don't have a lot of money or you're a beginner, I think this is a great website for that. I was really excited when I discovered this website. And it also goes through some of the history of art as well, which I think is very important. I think it's great to have somewhat of a background. I mean, you don't have to memorize dates and times, but no man is an island, and that's true for artists. So I think it's really great to explore art history because that's your beginnings. Like, we all come from somewhere, and we're, you know, as artists, we have our forefathers before us that have discovered all these different things. So I think it's great to explore. And then also it talks about design, which is also really great if you're looking to get into like graphic design and stuff like that. Talks about color theory, as you can see, which again is very important if you are really serious about doing color. And I'm just kind of scrolling through and exploring at this point. Color as light, and then you can just always go back to where you wanted to go. But yeah, I recommend this site. I think that it's really great. I mean, the lessons aren't like photorealistic, but it's great. Okay, so here is sketchdaily.net. So this is really great if you're somebody who wants to practice doing figure drawing. And these are not, I don't think these photos are meant to this site and the next site I'm going to show you. I think this is mainly a practicing site. These are not reference photos that are for you to use for your main artwork and for you to sell. These are reference photos basically for you to get used to drawing the figure. So you can choose the different settings. Like for this one, I chose clothed, full body for 30 seconds. So you can time yourself. I think it goes up to, I think I go into it, but I'm pretty sure it goes up to 10 minutes. So, or you can do animals too, which is pretty cool. And it gives you reference photos. So basically you time yourself for 30 seconds and do a gestural drawing. It's not meant to get you great drawings, but it's meant to help you with your accuracy in the long run. It does go up to 10 minutes, so you can do a pretty, you know, a longer drawing. You can try somebody with clothes, somebody without clothes. For the purposes of this example, I'm not doing anything unclothed. You can do parts of the body like the hands. So if you're somebody who wants to practice hands, this is a great way to do it. I put a 5-minute timer on this one. And you can stop when you know, if you don't want to do that one anymore. Sometimes, because they give you a random thing. So if you don't like it, you can go to the next picture if you're not liking the picture. And it gives you updates right on the home page. Again, this is free. So if you just want to practice in your sketchbook, you want to get better at anatomy, this is a great site. And then lineofaction.com is a similar site. And in this one, it tells you right here that it's gestural, you know, drawing practice, but it can be used with many styles. And it explains to you why it's great to loosen up and do really fast drawings. And I really like this site a lot because it kind of goes into more detail about what they're doing. And they also have animals and hands and feet, and they actually have a facial expression section, which I think is really great. And here, like, you can see that I'm just kind of going into the settings, and I put a 10-minute timer on it, and it gave me this lion. So if you want to practice animals, even like not as necessarily a finished piece, but just a way to get used to drawing these animals that you're interested in, or figures in general. And here you can see they actually have a forum, which I think is really exciting, because I think it's a great way to learn is to learn from other artists who are also doing similar things, or even if they're not doing similar things, that's even better. But you can talk, and this one was a critique thread, so you can put your artwork up and have other people tell you what they think of it. So it's really a good learning-based website. And This, again, is free to use, but if you are inclined, you can donate to them. And so I think that that's really cool that they let you do it for free, but, you know, like, I think it's great to be able to donate to the sites that you're using so you can give back a little. And they have the frequently asked questions section. You don't need an account to use the site. I'm assuming you probably have to have an account to use their forum, but I'm not sure. Excuse me. So this one is telling you that you can upload your drawings onto other websites, but it does tell you not to sell the images. So again, this is another site you want to poke around. Anytime you do one of these sites, before you start drawing, if you are looking for like a free reference photo, because I don't have any free reference photo sites in this in this video. I didn't think to do that for some reason. I should have included some, but for when you're going to a site like this, always read the terms of service before you start using their stuff, because you don't want to set out to draw something that you want to sell and then realize you can't after. So you always want to check your terms of service. Okay, so number 10. This one I chose to include because I think it's very important for artists to at least study up on copyright. This is www.copyright.gov. This is the official website of the U.S. Copyright Office. Right now, I'm in the frequently asked questions. This is the easiest, like, these are more layman's terms, so this is the place where I would go to look for stuff. So most of us don't have money to pay a copyright lawyer, and really, it can be horrible to go into a forum online and ask questions because nobody seems to know what's going on when it comes to copyright. So to me, I think it's important to go right to the source. I'm in the US, so this is the laws for me because I live in the US. So I go right to the source. I go to the official website and I read the frequently asked questions, and it tells you like your artwork is under copyright protection the moment it is created. You know, all these questions that you see come up online a lot, you can just answer yourself by going to this site, because I don't recommend going on Facebook and asking people, because it seems that people really get confused about copyright a lot. And I'm like, of course you may interpret it, I don't know, incorrectly at times, but I feel like you have a better chance if you're reading directly from this website to get your information than if you're just asking a bunch of strangers online, if you are not able to consult a copyright lawyer, that is. Obviously, I would highly recommend consulting a copyright lawyer if it comes to, you know, say you're struggling with a copyright issue. It's obviously better to consult a lawyer, but to me, this is the next best thing because, like I said, it is the official law of the land in the U.S. when it comes to copyright. It's their official website, and pretty much anything you need to know you can find here. Like I said, I recommend going to the frequently asked questions because it's more layman's terms as opposed to reading right through the laws, because those can actually be kind of confusing. But those are on here as well. Like the official laws are on here. So what I do when I come to the site is I search FAQ, and then I go to the definitions one, because it's the first one on there, and it gives you definitions, but also if you click on the little FAQs up there, it'll bring you right to the frequently asked questions. So as the copyright in general, what does copyright protect? And then you can click on a question to read the answer. So I think that this is probably like the best thing that you can do in lieu of a copyright lawyer if you're in the US. All right, so those are my top 10. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you. Leave some favorite websites in the comments below so that other people can see what websites you like. Bye.